Hi everybody from TechnoLost, and welcome to the focus dedicated on the gaming capabilities for what concerns this LG G2. This is version F320K, so it's the South Korean version to be more precise, but you know, the internal hardware will be exactly the same of the international version. So we will see tonight a few games running on this device just to see how good is the Snapdragon 800 architecture in running games. So let's start from Need for Speed Most Wanted, one of the most, heaviest game actually on the Android market. So it's not easy to see this game running smoothly on any Android device. So let's see if this, Snapdragon 800 can cope with this game. Sorry guys for my voice, but I've got a cold, I got a little bit of flu, so bear with me for my voice. The game is going to start in a few seconds. Here we go. As you can see, the game seems to be extremely fast and smooth just for this, small lag that we saw right now. As you can see, extremely fast, no problem at all. Very good to see. It's so great to see this game finally running smoothly on an Android device. I'm not used to. I mean, maybe just the Galaxy Note 2 is the last Android device. Sorry, I can remember. I saw this game running smoothly on, but the Galaxy Note 2 have quite lower screen resolution, just 720p. So here we running at full HD resolution, so that's so much more stuff to move. And I must admit that this LG G2, which is, to be honest, the first Snapdragon 800 architecture that I've been able to try, it's extremely good in running smoothly and fast. This Need for Speed Most Wanted is really a pleasure to play such a game with such a wonderful graphics on this big 5.2 inches Full HD Plus display, which has a very good color reproduction, maybe a little bit saturated as the Galaxy S4. To be honest, maybe it does mimic a little bit the Super AMOLED screen. Nevertheless, it's a very good screen to play games on. So this was Need for Speed Most Wanted. Now let's see the next game, which is Real Racing. Another great game which is very hard to run smoothly on any Android device. So we will see if this Snapdragon 800 can manage to run this game smoothly, as well as it was for the Need for Speed Most Wanted, the game we just saw a few seconds ago. So let's wait for the race to start. Yep. Okay. Okay, so to get started, let's select the challenge, pure stock challenge. Okay, now we need to buy a car. Let's buy this one. Okay, let's go. Suzuka circuit. Okay, this was usually part of the game where you can see stuttering. Here we have maybe something very small. It was not really stuttering, but not completely fluid. Anyway, the game seems to run very good in this Snapdragon 800. The first Android device I can see this game running so fast and smooth. It's really a pleasure, I don't know, I guess maybe it's just games, but sometimes seems like we don't have such a great speed effect. If we give a look to the, you know, road pavement, the circuit pavement, it doesn't seem to, you know, I don't know, maybe it was just me right now. It seems that the game is running very good, extremely fast and smooth, no problem. Even for what concern game collision, which usually, you know, make the game stuttering a little bit. Seems like we don't have this kind of problem right now. We do have some problem in passing this car, but that's me, sorry. I'm not that good in playing such games. Okay, maybe it's better if I stop here and, you know, won't get too boring because I'm not a good driver, sorry guys. So here we go with Beach Buggy Blitz. I would have loved to show you Asphalt 8 on this LG G2 because it's such a powerful device, but it seems like Asphalt 8 right now is not, you know, cannot be played on this G2. It's not compatible with this device, at least this is what the Play Store tell us. So just to show you in a few seconds, we have the highest possible resolution for what concerns this Beach Buggy Blitz. And even this game, usually on Android at least, sometimes I'm some small stutter here and there. Here, as you can see, it's very fluid, very good. I must say very good. No stuttering, fast. I mean, we using a great screen, so no, even it's such a pleasure, you know. So this LG G2 has True HD IPS Plus, as I told you, 5.2 inches diagonal, and it's very big screen for the, you know, for the sides of this device. Here we have a small starting here too. So we had one or two, you know, situation where the game stutters a little bit. Nothing dramatic, but seems like it wasn't completely or maybe perfectly fluid. Okay, this was Beach Buggy Blitz. In the previous run of this game, in the Italian focus of this, the gaming capability of this G2, I didn't have any kind of stutter for what concerns Beach Buggy Blitz. So, you know, sometimes goes better, sometimes not. This is Riptide GP 2, just to give you an idea of the settings. Oops, sorry. Okay, graphics, maximum possible level for any kind of settings, really. And you will see in a few seconds this game is running great on this device. No problem, no stutter, extremely fluid, wonderful graphic, and you know, it's a gorgeous game on this gorgeous G2, let me tell you. Here we go, just look at the water effect, it's perfect. Transparency, reflection is really good. Okay. We don't have problem here for what concern the motion blur effect, as you can see here, given by the turbo we're using. Oops. I missed the ramp. So as you can see, the game is running perfectly smooth. Moreover, this game does support in, you know, perfectly the USB gamepad, so the wire gamepad, and it's a pleasure to play this game using a gamepad, of course. So I would suggest you playing this great game using the gamepad. So as you can see, no problem. Here we go with the motion blur effect. Very good graphics, I would say, wonderful graphic for this Riptide GP2 on the LG Optimus 2. So let's go on right now and let's start the next game, which is Into the Dead. This is quite a new game for me. You know, I just discovered this game not so many days ago, but it's really interesting. Very nice. The graphics is nothing special, but it's not bad at all. We have settings for concern graphics, if I'm not wrong. No, these are the credits. So no. OGFX, high quality. Okay, let's get back and let's play. You know, honestly speaking, it's nothing but a never-ending run game like Temple Run or something like this, Pitfall, or you know, whatever you want. But very good. It's nice. Really, it's nice. This is typically one of those games that you cannot stop playing too, you know. You have to play this game because you want to see if the next time you can get further. So we just have to, you know, avoid being catched by the zombies and, you know, to run as long as we can. During the game, you know, the more you run, the more points you score, the more credit you unlock to buy weapon next time, or even just to unlock, you know, free weapon into the game itself. Sorry guys. So this was Into the Dead. Nice game. Nothing, you know, special, but nice game indeed. Okay, this was Into the Dead, the new entry. Now we get into Dead Trigger. Very good game, very good graphics. If I'm not wrong, in next month, in October, you know, Dead Trigger 2 should come to the Android market, hopefully, because it, you know, was due to be released on previous July, but no, they didn't catch up to the date. So let's hope for the October release of Dead Trigger 2. It does promise to be an incredible game for what concerns graphics. Hopefully using at the best the new hardware architecture like this Snapdragon 800. As you can see, the game is incredibly smooth. This is the first Dead Trigger, of course. It's extremely smooth, no problem. And it's really a pleasure to play with this game. You know, here we have the small starter, but it's, you know, normal. Every Android device I tried with this game does start in that specific point. So nothing to be ashamed about. Okay, look at how fast, how responsive, great. This is Dead Trigger. Now let's go on. The next game I want to show you is ShadowGun Deadzone. This one, as well as for Dead Trigger, do support in you know, a wonderful way USB gamepad. So if you want to play those kind of games, which are to me you know, the best genres to be played via gamepad, you know, I do suggest you to try, because it's great. It seems like to be playing on a home console like Xbox or PS3. It's very, very good. So let's start the... Sorry guys for the out of focus. What's happening to the game? Oh, the screen was locked, so we will unlock it. Oops. Okay. Here we go. Let's start the match. That match, we will use directly LTE connectivity. And as you will see, there's no problem using LTE connectivity to play these games. At least if you have enough, data left on your data plan. Okay, let's spawn into the game. So I didn't show you, but I've already set up the graphic details to the maximum possible level. So the graphics is great, really. Oops. The graphic details is very, very high. Nevertheless, everything is moving, perfectly. Great smoothness, no problem here. The LG G2 does, support this game in a very good way. Bear with me, but I'm not good at all in playing this game. Not using a gamepad. To be honest, I'm not a champion even with the gamepad, but at least I'm a little bit better than this. Just the last respawn to show you a little bit more of this great graphics here. Uh-oh. Okay, seems like I could kill 2 in a row. What a record for me, at least without the gamepad, of course. Okay, as you can see, the graphics is very nice, and this is nothing but ShadowGun Deadzone. Now, the last game I want to show you is Virtua Tennis. You should already know it if you follow me a little bit, because I use this game quite a lot. It's very nice, good graphic details, great smoothness on almost every device. But what is really even more interesting is the perfect gamepad support that we have here. We can even use the gamepad to choose, the match directly into the game menus, which is really quite uncommon usually. The game has good graphic. It's perfectly ported from the home console. Maybe the only few things that differs are the fact that here we don't have the official license for what concern names, so you won't find real players, and we don't have, of course, the mini games. Okay, as you can see from the replay, good graphic, good throttle movement is great. Seems like they use motion capture to capture the player movement. You can even have haptic feedback when you do perform a very strong shot. So just the last point here. Oh. Okay. And this was Virtua Tennis. So for what concern this LG G2, what we can say about games. Well, the Snapdragon 800 architecture used into this LG G2 is really a very good hardware platform to play a game with. So the only downside is that, of course, as every other smartphone, if you heavily use it like playing games, you lose, of course, your battery, but that's quite normal. So for what concerns this dedicated focus on gaming capabilities of the LG G2, that's all. Once more, thanks for watching and bye from TechnoLost.